Roll call. Who's all here? I'm Brother Reid. I'm the wild card.
Hey, I'm Pastor Andrew, and I'm here to say I'm the rockinest pastor in the USA.
I'm Sister Callista. Don't you forget it for one little minute.
That's a great rap.
Yeah, that's I'm Devin. It's my birthday. It's not my birthday.
And I am your humble cantor, Michael, here to deliver the story hot and fresh straight to your door.
Fresh, steamy,
Ooh,
like a nice gabagool.
Honey, did you order all this story? Someone has left a steaming load of story on our doorstep. I'm gonna stomp it out with my boots.
It's the teens.
I hope everyone is ready for another episode of The Story Must Be Rolled tonight, because it's going to be exciting.
Let's get excited. Let's foment excitement.
Here's how I get excited. Ready?
I do this.
Sister
Callista. I go, you're
Close to do it again.
Oh.
See? You're excited now.
I've already taken care of my pre-show ritual. 3 lines of that Acapulco white gold right before the stream comes on. Let's do this.
Hey.
Cornstarch.
Yeah, exactly.
Cocaine. Wait,
Gold
no.
bond.
All 3 at once.
Do you get jock itch in your sinus? Just rip a hot rail of gold bonds.
Some nose beers.
The point from the opening of my nostril to my lungs is a ruin worthy of like a World War II battlefield. It's horrifying.
Trenches. Let's do this. Let's
yes.
roll some stories.
All right, so let's begin with a recap to bring us back to where we ended last session. So, our 4 high school heroes, Tough Boyman, Tuggy Rubcorn, Tabitha Corbett, I believe is how you pronounce that? Yes, and Devin, had all recently run into the town weirdo, crystal hippie, sort of new agey guy, Roswell Wells. Yes, that is his legal name. He seemed to have some sort of preternatural knowledge of the status of our 4 protagonists and invited them over to his weird little bungalow shop on the other end of town.
Just to chime in, Devin thought he wanted us to give him a squeezer in the back seat of his car.
I thought he was a Mr. Squeeze.
It did. Mr. Squeezy, like when he goes down the street in the summer.
In the summertime. And they have the song, and you got to chase down the car and give him a squeezer as fast as you can.
You always have to
$5
squeeze
for a
the
5
boys
spot.
if they want some ice cream.
Devin, as per
continue.
usual, went for the absolute worst intention of another human being, used to the universe simply just destroying him at every opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But when you did figure out his intentions beyond a theoretical squeezer, it seemed that Mr. Wells was knowledgeable about the strange broken idol that seemed to be sticking to Tuggy like so much dried on cornflower. It appeared to be linked to some ephemeral entity that wished its idol recreated, and certainly wasn't taking no for an answer with the way it kept teleporting back into Tuggy's backpack. After securing some time weed from Mr. Wells, using the idol like a compass, the 4 of you began to cross town directly to the recently installed LASIK eye surgery lab, the absolute bane of Tuggy Rubcorn's existence.
Boo, LASIK. Boo.
Get out of here.
Don't believe in it.
Yeah, the story made glasses for a reason.
The story must be rolled. Absolutely not sponsored by LASIK eye surgery. After an incident involving Spider-Manning some creamed corn onto the front of this building, you met the charming but unsettling Dr. LaSick himself, greenish in pallor, bedecked with a big mole and sunglasses. He was leading Tuggy's dad out of the building, apparently having recently undergone a secondary surgery. The four of you chose to investigate inside the building and figured what better way to get into the meat of the situation than for Devin to order the businessman special, the most basic package of LASIK eye surgery.
The businessman's.
Exactly.
The businessman. A little off the sides, a little cornea, scrape.
Little up. Keep it on top. Let me read the small numbers.
It was sausage on the side, I believe.
Over easy.
You get a choice of meat. You can get sausage, you can get, or a hash brown, or you can get geta. That's a regional one.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And it comes on a separate plate because I'm a businessman.
They wrap it in newspaper like fish and chips, and it's only 2 pence a squeeze. It is.
Oh my goodness.
The businessman's.
So Devin was led into the back where the sort of bizarrely dressed, semi-eyeball headed nurses began to strap him down into the nightmare surgery chair. And Dr. LaSick revealed the sort of empty, cosmic, swirling holes in his face that he has instead of eyes. Tough, having a sort of sense of potential danger, shrank down and scuttled into the back. And just as we left off, burst to his full tough boyman size and suplexed a nurse. In an effort to save his friend from, no doubt, ocular destruction.
It had to happen.
That's
how the nurse tells it, by the way. That's how the nurse tells it.
Yeah. Dr. LaSick had just blown into a strange dog whistle-like instrument as we now return to the story. So, we are starting a combat scenario. Things are about to get dangerous. People can get hurt. There is no pulled punch mechanic in this game. So be careful. I'm going to need everyone to roll flight, please, in order to determine who gets to act first in this here dangerous scenario. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh no.
So Devin and Callista, I'm going to need the two of you to re-roll to see who goes first.
Oh gee.
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh.
Oh gee. Oh god.
Wow.
Ooh,
I just
okay.
dropped the hammer.
All right. You're still second to last, but you are way ahead then. So we've got... just writing these down.
I think the two...
We should mention a mechanic, too, of this game for folks watching.
The psychic dice, I presume?
Oh, no, I thought the 40.
Oh, of course,
you know what I'm talking about.
So we've got a very special promotion going on this evening. If we reach a donation goal of 4,000 biddies in pretend Twitch money, Devin is going to violently lose a tooth live on camera.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to tie it to the bumper of a car.
In the game.
I'm going to tie it to a bumper of a car and have it yanked out like Dennis the Menace.
What if that rips the skull out of his head in the movie? They're like they really demanded
just
they
left
use...
like the skin and it's like a chicken wing.
It's
one
just
tooth
like
is always the anchor tooth. It can't come out.
Okay, so if you've got bits to spare, feel free to chuck them in the cup, the collection tin as it's passed around the pews. And with that, we're going to return to the game. So, first up in our scenario is Dr. LaSick himself. Tough, you have just reared back up from suplexing that nurse. Devin, you are not quite strapped in for your businessman special. And Tuggy and Tabitha, you are still in the waiting room enjoying some cucumber water and 30-year-old magazines. Dr. Lasick, having blown the whistle, reaches up either side of his forehead like this, and you can see the swirling pits of color are sort of starting to leak in his face like a fog machine, this sort of cosmic multicolored miasma pouring down his face. And as though he's received a paper cut, a little slice appears across that skin tone mole on his forehead before it opens, and you can see a madly twitching eyeball inside. Mr. Tuffy B, I am going to need you to roll. Let's go ahead and say a brains roll, please.
Brains.
And because you are a psionic being, you will be adding the 1d4 from your psychic powers to this. Don't worry, I'll click the button for you.
Okay, that really set me back.
Oh, okay. So you make eye contact with this eye for just a moment, and you feel like a lance attempt to pierce the exterior of your psyche. But at the last second, you grit your teeth and boink, it bounces right off.
Does it go boing and stick into the wall and then make a fart noise? It does. It does. I'm in control. Boing.
There is an accompanying physical disturbance in the air akin to someone twitching one of those doorstop thingies.
Good.
All right. Seeing it bounce off the frame of your mind, Dr. Lasick seems a little more frightened. He didn't seem to realize at first that you were awakened like he is. That brings us to Tuggy. Tuggy, you just heard the sound of heavy shackles, the sound of a nurse getting suplexed onto her own spinal cord, a thin dog whistly type noise, then a boing and a fart. What do you do?
I believe there's a farting erection somewhere inside there, and that's a sight I need to see. No, I wouldn't say that. I understand that my friends are in trouble. I have a psychic, perhaps, ability to understand this fact. And that has nothing to do with the mechanics of the game. It's a psionic ability called friendship. I rush in on the sake of friendship alone.
Friendship is the most powerful psychic ability. Yes. Wonderful. So you sprint past the curtain that separates the front area from the back into the back hallway, and you see the light pouring out of operating room 7, and you can hear the commotion going inside. You're
lucky
just
number operating room.
You're
it's
just
my
able
lucky
to...
number operating room.
You crack open the fortune cookie, and it's like, oh, there's no numbers. It just says operating room over and over and over again.
Meanwhile, I'm in the corner going cha-ching.
You are just able to make it to the doorframe and see the carnage going on inside. What do you do?
I cream a corn.
Okay, who are you creaming? Currently in the... Oh, just to set the scene, currently in the office, there are 3 nurses, one of whom has just received some truly WWE trauma, and then Dr. Lasick, who is against the far wall, and you've got Devin in the chair, and Tuff standing, having just deflected a psychic attack.
I've got a little lace up my sleeve before we leave the room even.
I do have a question. Would my corn be considered an aid to my peers, but a poison to my enemies? Because I fed my friends corn, so they've been laced with it as though tot inside a pregnant mum.
I'm going to say that it is definitely regular cream corn. If you want to attempt to heal a damaged friend, I will let you feed it into their mouths like some sort of horrifying Spider-Man to baby bird scenario. Or you can use it as a weapon against your enemies, though it would be more of a sort of a corn blast, I think.
I'm going to say as though a squid entering a scene of friction, I just corn. I get real scared and I just do a fine mist of corn over everyone.
Okay. A fine mist of
I
corn.
run in. Oh no, I creamed.
Oh, Tuggy just
you're
can't
like a
hold it.
you're like a sea cucumber. You recognize danger and just like real gummy corn comes out of you.
Oh.
Sorry, I get scared and I release spores so that I might live on. What do I roll for that?
Oh boy. Well, what are you trying to achieve by doing this? Just cause general confusion? Are you trying to hurt somebody?
My allies know about the corn. They're not going to be confused. The enemy, they'll think again. So yes, I'm just cause a little mischief and also maybe give everyone a little sluice. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just give everyone a little
Okay.
slide.
So you're trying to disorient everyone who's currently in the office. Go ahead and give me a fight roll. I'm going to add your psychic ability die to it. I'm going to say we're trying to hit. Let's go ahead and say a 10 total.
Ew,
So you're going to be adding 2 d4s here. Let's see the roll.
I feel good about that.
11. Okay, you run in, and with a ha, corn mists over the entire interior of this operating room. It's a horrid smell in here currently because you've got the creamed corn layered over the just noxious licorice perfume being worn by the good doctor. Okay, so that is going to bring it next to... So that dog whistle that was blown earlier seems to have summoned some sort of pounding of feet from deeper within this laboratory.
Boy feet? A pitter patter?
Oh, a heavy thud, 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 more like.
Okay.
The only one who would see this at the moment, I believe, is Tuggy, because you're still currently out in the hallway. But you watch as 5 emaciated humanoid figures come barreling around the corner of this hallway. They are gray, ashen-skinned, ribs poking through the skin, distended stomachs, long, dirty white beards, completely naked, these long, overgrown finger and toenails, pale white, perfectly blind eyes, and completely out of place from this ghoulish form, yellow prospector helmets, like with the little light on the front, but most of them are like dingy and broken. And they are just slavering and gibbering as they come barreling down the hallway at you.
Oh, my first thought, of course, is I don't recognize these neighbors. They're not named Brandon, nor Todd, nor Rampton, or Crankle.
Indeed, they are not.
They're not named. Stop me, please.
Please.
Continue.
Please roll a brawn roll as they are going to attempt to swarm. My serious apologies. A grit roll, please.
Good.
As they are attempting to
Thank
swarm you.
Oh, well.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Go ahead and take an adversity token as the first of these creatures pounces on you in a flying leap, and you are knocked to the ground, taking a hard hit to the back of the skull from the linoleum flooring. It is at this point that, Tough, you now see these creatures as they are beginning to slaver and scrape at the door frame of this office. Which, coincidentally, it's now your turn, Tough.
Ooh. So right now, I see him coming in. I'm getting the fighting stance, and then I remember I can make myself a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And just to intimidate him from my 5'4" frame, I make myself 5'7".
Ooh. Wow. Okay. Tough Boyman, can you go ahead and give me a charm roll? I'm going to say it's a DC 11. Because there's a lot of these guys and only one of you. And you're going to be adding your die. Don't worry, I'll add that for you.
Whoa.
You can see me selling ketchup to a hot dog salesman.
So
I
Tough,
guess.
you stand there, you stance up, and you grow A full 3 inches in height. Yeah, it
Your
full
mouth
doesn't
gets
hurt to shrink,
bigger.
but getting bigger is horrifying.
My
and
teeth
painful.
are just millimeters bigger.
I'm gonna say the 4 of them that are not currently battering Tuggy's farm boy body immediately go sprinting down the hallway towards the waiting room because they saw you and were like, I ain't fucking with that.
I ain't finished yet. I grab one of them and then I throw him down the hallway, and then he bowls into all the other ones, and they go.
Okay. Yeah, the first thing was minor enough. I'll let you make a brawn roll here.
Okay.
These things are pretty skinny, so I'm gonna say if you hit a 6, you can pick it up and throw it. If you hit an 8, you can knock it into the other ones.
Boom.
This boy does not miss.
I'm the toughest playman in the world. I can sell ice cubes to a fountain
Hot dog
salesman.
salesman.
To a hot dog salesman. Gotta keep them wieners cold. So you grab this thing's papery back flesh, which tears ever so slightly under your fingers.
And I
It leaves
smell
like
him real quick.
reeks, not like body odor, but like powderized stone and coal.
Ew.
You swing and with a heave send it flying down. It knocks the other 3 onto their collective skinny frames. Someone broke a bone in that. Excellent work, Boyman. After you is the nurses, one of whom is currently convulsing on the ground from just a completely traumatic neck injury. But the other 2 dive for the little like doctor's cabinets off to the side and begin pulling fistfuls of syringes and scalpels. One of them is going to attempt to rush you, Boyman. Please make a grit roll as she's going to attempt to inflict bodily harm upon you. Ooh, go ahead and take an adversity token.
Son of a bitch.
Those extra 3 inches of height cannot save you as you feel several small metallic instruments pierce your undershirt and to draw blood from your flesh.
Crucified me like the Christ.
It's mostly in the guts, but if you want to go T-pose on them,
Yeah,
I respect the stance.
I'm just gonna try to be dramatic.
The other ones go in. Oh, now I'm just imagining tough Boyman with the William Wallace pain. Devin, the other one is going for you. At Dr. Lasick's order, the nurse, you hear Dr. Lasick in the background. Nurse, start the treatment, quickly. We could use a friend. Devin, are you going, I know you asked for this, but now that this has become a combat scenario, are you resisting this LASIK surgery to your eyeballs?
Oh yeah, I'm going to disappear in the chair. But
Okay.
I think my eyeballs stay behind.
Because it makes sense because you couldn't see. This is just how eyeballs
You-
work. You can't.
This is how eyeballs work. Yeah.
It's impossible to see
Yeah.
if your eyeballs are actually invisible. You need something to
need-
bounce light in.
Okay.
Exactly. I have one other question. Sorry.
Yes, please.
Whenever you get LASIK surgery, are you completely naked?
The businessman model, no, you get to keep your clothes on.
You only wear it.
Shirt and tie.
Well, just
Yeah.
a shirt and tie. Yeah.
Just a shirt, tie, and a brown belt.
Cufflinks.
You got to get one of the more expensive packages to get the happy ending LASIK surgery.
That's a name.
Every
Never
good in
mind.
service has a happy ending option. It just
Of
has to
course.
get there eventually.
We do LASIK. We do circumcision. Never mind.
Oh no. So since you're being attacked, technically go ahead and roll I'll give you your choice. Do you want to roll a grit roll or a flight roll? Flight would be you using your psychic disappearance to sort of dodge the attack, or grit is just going to be to try and tough it out.
Definitely flight, because I want to check out the ones that Boyman bowled over and see if they have wallets.
Wonderful. Go ahead and give me a flight roll.
Oh man.
Devin.
So
No.
oh boy. I'm gonna roll your
What happens to me?
I'm gonna roll your psychic dice real quick. Your target number is 8 currently. So let's see if you can get a 7 off of 2d4s.
Oh,
I will be damned.
Wow, right there.
Right there.
That's 2 8s.
Disappear.
Classic
Just the
Devin
eyes, not
failing
the
some
eyes.
Just the eyes.
Not the eyes. Not the
just
eyes.
the eyes.
So
just the
Devin,
eyes.
the nurse leans over to you, grabbing the overhead to begin shining a laser beam into your eyes to perform some sort of corrective, no doubt corruptive surgery. And you turn completely
I
invisible.
like what you did there.
Thank you.
I like that.
I can play with words. Some no doubt deeply traumatic surgery. And you turn completely invisible except for your eyeballs. And that just seems to
like you. Yeah.
that just seems to throw her completely for a loop for a second. Like you can see the little like spinning apple beach ball in her brain of what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, it's like I turned off a layer on Photoshop.
So you have successfully resisted that attack, and it is now your turn. You are currently invisible. You are strapped down by one hand to this table, and there's a nurse looming over you. What do you do?
If I'm invisible, can I slip my hand out of the thing? Or do I have to eat my arm off?
I will say you can give me your choice of a flight or a brawn roll to wiggle your way out of there.
Can I steal the keys from the nurse? Sorry, Callista.
Sorry,
Go
I
ahead.
just have a question. Just aesthetics. Is his eyelids still? Is he still blinking?
No, it's
Yeah, so
just
these are no,
eyeballs.
these are balls. These are straight
Okay.
eyeballs.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
needed help with the visuals.
No skin. No
Okay.
skin. No skin.
Okay. To lift the key off the nurse, I'm gonna say give me a brains roll, and I'm gonna let you add your psychic die to this. Your target is 7, just like the room number.
Oh, I'm a dum dum.
Oh no.
Okay.
Just
With your psychic dice, because you are using your sort of disappeary powers to get to this, you do manage to lift the key and to get yourself free. I'm going to say that was enough of your turn that you can move around still, but I don't think you'll be able to attack. Do you want to get out of the chair and leave the room? Are you sticking in here to try and help out Boyman?
no, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get out of the chair, but right before as I get out of the chair, I snatch my eyeballs back, as if I've forgotten them.
So you get up, your eyeballs do not. You grab
Yeah,
them and
they stay
slam them
there.
into your face like Plinko
I
balls.
slam 'em. Yeah, I shove them back in
Love it.
with a squish.
Absolutely love it. So
And then you just throw up immediately.
They throw up, and you can
Trauma.
see the throw up.
So that brings us to Tabitha.
Yeah.
You hear all of this, and at the very end of it, like at the start of your turn, these horrifying ashy gray, like emaciated feral prospectors come bursting through the curtain that separates the front from the back. 3 of them bowling flat onto their faces, with another one slung over their backs like he was just hurled like a javelin. You can see, like, they've parted the curtain for you. You can see that there's like chaos and flashes of movement and the sound of someone retching coming from the 7th door in the back. What are you doing?
Oh God. Well, first I was looking through the address book, so I'm gonna slide that in my pants.
Okay.
I'm wearing pants. And
Thank you for clarifying.
yeah. Oh God. I think I'm just gonna jump against the wall.
Okay, so
I'm really
so-
scared because it was all quiet in the waiting room.
So all of the boys have gone full adrenaline mode at the moment, but you, token sensible person in the party,
Yeah.
you've got your little paper cup of lemon and cucumber water. You leap backwards. Are you attempting to like make yourself scarce so they can't see you? Like, what is your MO?
Because I don't think they're knocked out on the ground. They're just
No, they are absolutely still awake.
yeah.
All
So
right.
I'm just gonna try to be part of the wall, even
You're
though
not gonna
it's
like
really obvious that I'm not.
you're not gonna cream a corn of wind.
Well, not yet.
see if they have
I'm
wallets.
afraid.
Okay,
Mine was
Tabby,
like a squid.
go ahead.
What?
And,
Nothing.
Break wind.
Big
Go-
one. Okay.
No, it's just we're kidding around.
I just got scared. Okay.
if this is what Tabitha would do, this is what Tabitha would do. I appreciate
I'm
the
not
dedication
saying
of role playing. So, Tabby, go ahead and give me a flight roll. Your target is 5. And remember, if you ever roll under what you need to roll, you can always spend your adversity tokens to get you there. But you don't even need to. So, Tabitha, it just happened that you dressed in exactly the same color and pattern as the curtains in this office.
Sick.
So you jump backwards, instantly gone.
Cool.
There is just a very strange image of like a young woman's head floating against this curtain. But, you know, it might just be some very auteur decor.
Cool.
And Devin vomits again.
I don't like when people do that Zach Braff shit, you know?
Oh my goodness.
And we just keep giving him more movie. More movie.
You know, I learned something that day. It doesn't matter if you make a winner in the hospital. If you're losing the battle at home, you're not a full doctor.
And speaking of a full doctor, it's Dr. Lisick's turn. So Dr. Lisick can currently see a floating set of eyeballs, a slightly larger Boyman who's just been shivved, and through a cloud of creamed corn, Tuggy. He zeroes in on you, Tuggy. Oh, the rub corn boy. Should have known. Oh well, you'll be joining your father soon enough. He brings his hands up to either side of his head. Go ahead and give me a brains roll. Your target is going to be 9.
Oh,
Meh.
Uh-oh. Do you have adversity tokens to spend to get you there?
I have 1.
Oh.
I have a bunch. Can I give him some?
Unfortunately, unless you've got
Okay,
the
wait.
loyal trait, I believe it is. I don't believe you can pass on those.
Are you loyal?
Shit,
No,
I'm only tough and rebellious.
I'm only envious and blunt.
Sorry, I'm just rebellious and wealthy.
The downfalls of stat distribution for teenagers.
I'd help you, but I'm wealthy.
I'm sorry, but my money's weighing me down. I can't reach you. So, Rubcorn, a lance of energy flows from the doctor's forehead eye into your meat eyes. And the two of you who are currently in this room watch Tuggy just physically go limp, but still standing. And Tuggy's eyes wobble for a moment and burst like bubbles as that same sort of like cosmic fog just drifts down his face, just like
What?
the doctor's eyes.
What?
shit,
My eyes
no.
popped?
What?
And you can see right between his eyebrows, a little bump starts to form, just like the doctor. The doctor lowers his hands, a greasy smile on his face. Oh, joy. He's receptive to our treatment. Calm down, everyone.
Ah!
Wait, so he just turned into a unicorn?
Not, well, he's not quite there.
I just wanted to make a
I just got a
corn joke.
pimple.
Oh, no, I get what you mean.
No, I saw.
Okay.
I caught what you were sailing, you sailor.
Tuggy, you're currently experiencing the world in a very different way than most people experience it. You can still see, but physical objects and people are sort of ephemeral and gaseous, ghostly. Your friends, as well as the doctor, are all glimmering, each with a unique shade of light. Like you can see Boyman has this like very powerful thrumming red aura. Where Devon's body would be is this very cool, subtle blue aura. And the doctor's is this swirling miasma of multiple colors. You can vaguely see tendrils of green flowing off of your own body, but you're physically paralyzed, not because you are not in control of your own body, but because there is this see-through, ghostly, pulsating serpent wrapped around your flesh with this giant eyeball staring you straight in the face. The iris of this eyeball is pulsing in time with these different colors, like it's speaking to you in Morse code, almost hypnotizing. You're currently locked in a psionic battle of wits. I'm going to need you to make a contested roll. I'll let you roll any stat, but you have to justify it to me, how it would work in this scenario, as it's attempting to take over your brain.
You think you can just blast your way into me with your serpent's eyes? You think you can just knock me to the ground? I come from farming kin. I've known the break of day more than the night of night. I know nothing that you can't break out of me, and I've grown a corn so hardy it could break the back of a Marine, you idiot.
So what's your roll?
Roll a grit.
So
Thank
what's
you.
your roll?
Okay, so I'm going to let you add your 1d4 psychic die to that. So we're going to hit that here. 11. Your target was 10.
Betcha.
This psionic entity is attempting to impose its will over you, but you blast back with all the farm boy grit that you know.
I do more than blast. From within my spirit, a stalk of corn does grow, and it blasts through and does pierce.
Indeed, a sharpened spear of psionic corn fashioned from your glimmering green natural aura pierces the underside of the eye, which pours out this sort of ephemeral ectoplasm almost, which you two, the boys, you see splatter to the ground in reality, just sort of flowing out of nowhere, before this creature uncoils from your body, wings spreading from its form, and zips off down the hallway. Your eyes reconstitute from smoke back into balls in your head. And your eyesight of the physical world is restored, but that bump still remains. Okay, wow.
Yikes.
This
I would
pimple
like to
gives
touch
me
the bump.
brain tingles. I'll let him take.
I want to touch the
grip.
bump.
Take a grip.
We can do that on your coming turn.
Normally, it'd have to be in the
Fine.
back seat of a
Noted.
Camry to do this, but I like to do
It's the same skin as an elbow.
Cool. Really got that like weenus texture, you know?
Well,
it's more give than it should.
TV, it's your turn. That's you, Boyman.
That's me. I'm the
Yeah.
boyman. I tell you what, I could sell a hot dog to a hot dog.
do a hot dog?
To a hot dog.
So Reid is currently physically all right, but psychically drained. Sorry. Tuggy is currently
rub corn.
physically all right, but psychically drained. You are bleeding physically in the real world. Devon is doing Devon things.
He's disappeared.
What are you doing?
Right now. So right now I'm trying to look at that. I've been stabbed before, so this is no big deal, but
Mhm.
I've never been stabbed 8 times at once from syringes.
From several tiny pokey instruments.
And I'm trying, the attention's been elsewhere for a little bit, so I'm trying to bring more attention to myself. So I'm going, ah, 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 ah. But who's still in this room? I'm fading in and out.
There's Devon, there's Tuggy, there's 2 still active nurses, one flummoxed, one stabbing you. and then the good doctor. There's also a bunch of ashy gremlins in the foyer, though you're aware of that. You yoked one of them.
How bad am I injured right now?
It's going to be a little difficult for you to walk as you've sustained multiple gut wounds.
Okay.
You may wish to pursue hospital care if, scoffing down a healing spray of creamed corn doesn't help you out all that much. Yeah, it's a fairly serious injury. You've taken a small shrapnel shot to your belly, essentially.
Got it. I'm going to try something brand new that I've never done before, but I'm ready to try it out. Okay. I'm going to shrink down so that all of the shrapnel that's in me is falling like in Looney Tunes, and it's falling in slow motion. So I shrink and it leaves me. And then with the force of me growing 12 feet, it shoots it at the two nurses who are holding me back.
This is completely batshit. But that rules.
When you said two nurses who are, I thought you were going to say underpaid.
Oh, they don't even have dental.
Oh,
Both
that doesn't even surprise me.
So I go right for their teeth.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to call it a brawn roll.
I'm using this with my remaining strength. They're going to have to carry me out.
You're going to add 2d4 to this.
All right.
I'll roll that for you. Your goal is a 12 total.
Fuck.
Let's say. Yeah. This is some insane shit. If you pull this off, it's going to rule. If you don't, it's going to really suck.
My intestines super fucking hurt.
But
yeah.
Holy crap, that explosion.
So they just slow motion.
I need everyone in the audience to know we're using the exploding dice rule, where if you hit the highest roll on a die, you roll it again. That happened 3 times in a row for local Boyman, for a total of 26 on a roll meant to get to 12.
Fuck.
Boyman, you shrink down, the force of which snaps all the blade heads and needles off of all the sharp instruments poking into you. And as you are tumbling to the ground, you blast back outward, and the sheer displacement of air, the shrapnel hits the nurse that was right in front of you, because it's a very localized blast, and she goes down with a bunch of red spurts out of her stomach. The other nurse, who was out of the shrapnel range, your leg just full slams her into the back wall as you grow. There is a dent in the drywall, and she's just on the ground. Dr. Lasick goes, "Holy shit! What? All right. Well, I'll be going. But that would bring us to the nurses' turns.
Uh-oh.
They're all severely injured.
Roll yourself back awake. I fucking dare you. I'm taunting them. I'm still very injured.
I'm going to grab a couple of D12s here in the meat space. Okay, I was hoping somebody got a 12, but no. Everyone's still on the ground. You hear the nurse who had her neck broken earlier quietly whisper, "Rosebud," as she passes on. Has that movie was that out at this point? We're in an ephemeral time period.
That came out in the 1940s.
That came out in the 1940s. Okay, cool.
Solid 40 years out.
Cool, awesome.
And then her head explodes.
Wow, didn't expect that. That actually brings us to Devin. So Devin, there's only one foe left in this room and several foes left in the foyer. What are you doing? There are 3 unconscious nurses as well as one semi-conscious Tuggy and a Boyman.
Who is the one foe left in the room? Is it the doctor still?
That would be the Dr. Lasick, who's back to the wall, fishing for that dog whistle again.
I'm going to confront him.
Okay, so 2 eyeballs floating in space. rear against the optometrist in the room.
Yep.
His
So
worst
I'm gonna quietly approach him. I'm gonna step over all the wreckage, and I assume there's slime and there's some of my vomit on the floor. I need to step over.
There's like ectoplasm and slime and blood. It's crazy in here.
And I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go. So he's up against the wall and he's scared. He doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go right up to him, press my body against his, and give him a little smooch right on the lips. I'm gonna scare him out of his own small business. An invisible kiss.
Another great Zach Braff film.
Your lips are chapped.
The
You
invisible
got bad
kiss.
lips.
Devin.
You're one of those kids that never got a chapstick.
Okay, Devin, D-Bomb, I'm gonna need you to roll charm for me. It's not hard. Okay. It's like a 5.
Oh God.
And you got adversity tokens to back it up. Do you want to blow 4 of your adversity tokens on this?
Yeah,
pump it up to okay. So reduce yourself down to 1. You walk up, you plant a little, ever so slightly vomity, chapped lip smooch right on the corner of his cheek, and Dr. Lasick just goes,
"Oh, not on the lips."
Oh, you want to hit him straight on the kisser?
We gotta right on the.
Okay,
it's supposed to be scary.
Yeah, it's supposed to be scary. It's got to be on the mouth.
He is wearing a surgical mask. If that changes this,
that's scarier. Yeah.
Okay, so
So everyone can see the mask like depressing on his face. He's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?"
You know how when your lips get like super like I'm about to die chapped, and like little flakes will like stick on stuff.
Yeah. I'm living it.
You pull away, and there's like a perfect little smooch mark left on the mask, and Dr. Lasick just goes, "Actually, fuck this. I am not sticking around for this." You have thoroughly routed this gentleman. He is not going to be sticking around come his turn.
Nice.
Excellent work, you psychopath. That'll bring us to the emaciated miners who are currently collecting themselves in the front office, like standing to their feet, looking around. They seem completely feral. Like they only have the barest scrap of human intelligence from what you can see, Tabitha. So I'm going to roll a single roll for this group here to see if they can figure out if you're here. I'm going to need you to roll another flight roll for me, please. You're trying to beat a 12 currently.
Oh, Jesus.
Close.
That's just not enough. You got any adversity tokens to back that up, Tabitha?
I have 4, but I don't know if I should.
It's hide or be seen here currently. It's up to you.
I got my wits about me. I don't want to be hidden anymore. So it's okay if they see me.
So 4 feral humanoids all and rush you. I'm going to say searching was their turn. What do you do as they are now bearing down upon you with long, dirty fingernails and mouths full of rotten teeth?
Okay, here we go. So I finally am not just anymore. And I grab the curtain that separates to the hallway and I start to make a tornado out of the curtain.
Dig that.
Oh,
dig that.
Yeah.
I dig that. Okay. Wow, that rules actually.
I got scared.
Okay. No, I like it.
Did you fill your pants?
Please go ahead and make
Such a funny expression.
Filled your pants.
With number 1 and number 2, you'll never know.
Oh, okay. God, that got me like spider style got me.
Aw.
Spider style.
Okay, so please go ahead and roll fight for me, and I'm going to add your 2d4 for your psychic abilities for you currently.
Oh.
Oh. Eh?
Ooh.
Okay, that brings you up to a hot 10.
Okay.
I'm going to say that's enough. You whip up a little dust devil in this front office. It's tearing up the magazines. It's ripping up the carpet. The cooler full of lemon cucumber water goes splashing around. There's cucumbers all in the air.
Everyone's allergic.
And these creatures are all swept up, battered against the desks and chairs. You're having to like dodge out of the way. But yeah, you can abscond through the front office, leaving these creatures to their fate and into the back.
Sick.
At this point, Dr. Lasick, back to the wall, smooch on the lips, like reaches up, and you know those like little holders in doctor's office for like the little ear checker things? They've got like the holster on the wall.
The otoscope.
Exactly. He reaches up, grabs one of those, and twists it, opening a secret door behind him in the wall. He flings himself backwards and really like Mr. Xing, Professor X? Who's the X man?
He went to
This is the 80s, so he was just a
Sister X.
He hadn't finished college yet.
Trainee X.
Sister Christian.
He uses his psychic ability to telekinetically slam the door shut behind him, the wall sort of like sealing over. The enemy has retreated. Your foe has been routed. 2 of you are down for the count, but 2 of you are up. May need a little bit of rest and rehabilitation. You guys have successfully survived this combat scenario. Good job, everybody. Claps all around.
Yay!
All right. I have a question.
Corn upon us.
Devin.
Was I still pressed against him lightly whenever he spun around in his like clue bookshelf thing?
He pushed you away just enough that he was able to slip back, and you are feeling like the slow dissipating heat of like an abandoned lover.
A lover's push.
Yeah.
A lover's shove.
A lover's shove.
The old love
French
shove.
call an amour denouement.
So, left in this room with 2 slowly dying and 1 definitely dead nurse, a foyer full of horrid goblins being smashed against the wall. What are the 4 of you doing in the wake of this stressful scenario?
Well, I haven't seen them at all because I've just been there. So I run in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit.
You come around the corner, there's vomit and blood and ectoplasm on the floor.
Corn.
Boyman's bleeding. There's corn still settling on all surfaces. Tuggy is like haunted. Tuggy's kind of got like a 1,000-yard stare at the moment from looking into the noosphere, like raw dog, no sunglasses. And Devin appears to be a floating pair of eyeballs just in space, Beetlejuice style. Or at least you assume that's Devin and not some sort of eyeball demon, I guess. It would make sense in this place.
Yeah. No, I can tell by the eyes that it's Devin.
Mm-hmm.
You could get lost in them.
So sad.
It's so sad, so fearful.
The depth of emotion.
Yeah.
So right now
I feel like I'd want to get food. Do you guys want to get food?
I'm down. Lots of people have been talking about hot dogs.
Devin's out here like, let's hit up the Shake Shack.
You know, there is something about a Frankfurter that would comfort me right now. I thought I just lost my darn eyeballs. I thought I just lost my darn eyeballs. And yet I'm still here. I saw a man made of miasma.
I comfort my friends with a nice rub on the back, bleeding on him.
You comfort your friend, sort of massaging some blood into the back of his shirt.
Oh, you're so
Still
tense.
warm.
You're so tense, Tuggy.
You are definitely bleeding from your gut wound currently.
Yeah, every time I massage him harder, more of my guts come out. Oh, I just care about you so much.
Tough. We're in a doctor's office. They might have like bandages. Should I check?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was a field medic in Vietnam, and I started sewing myself back up.
Hold up. Whoa.
No, that doesn't work.
Oh my God.
I was hoping that voice in the sky wouldn't catch that one.
Sorry, you caught me off guard there. If you guys want to look for medical supplies,
Please.
Tabby, go ahead and give me a brains roll.
Cool.
It's
And
not
then,
hard.
Then we can get some food, okay, Devin?
Tabitha, you're golden.
Fine.
I just want to say I'm hungry too.
No, hungry, you're red.
You know what? A 2's fine. You managed to find enough that you can patch up Tough. So
It's
Tough.
shovel full of cotton balls.
Oh yeah, just one in each hole.
Use those the stapler, just dunk.
Something about surgical staplers really just hit me wrong, dude. Wow. Okay. So you guys are attempting to pursue food in this moment? Or what are you up to?
Did someone say hot dog?
I've been hearing
We were talking about hot dogs.
Someone said hot dog. I'm
Is
scarred. I'm really scared too.
So
But I could go for a Coney Island dog.
So the town Dairy Queen is in this complex. This same little like.
Chill and chill, baby.
If you guys want to take a break,
I thought we had an A&W. That's fine. That's fine. No, I'm fine. I was.
The A&W got taken over by the Long John Silvers that it shared
That's
the space
right.
with.
That's
The Long John
right.
Silvers was more popular, and they won.
everybody
They
knows
say that Long John Silver's
won.
is an invasive species in terms of the restaurant.
once you start showing signs of Long John Silver, it's over for you. It's going to overtake you within the month.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
zebra muscles.
Anyway, no, yeah, I could do Dairy Queen.
Okay.
I'm down for Dairy Queen. I'm gonna get a Blizz.
Yeah.
And if
I
they
like
don't hold
that
it
for you.
upside down, it's free. So you distract them.
Prove it. Prove it won't fall out.
So to make it a story brief, you do pop into the Dairy Queen. You guys get your grill and chill. You just because this is an NPC that may be
Whoa.
helpful later, I will
I don't know
introduce.
if we all chill, but it's we're all grilling for sure.
Of course.
Some might chill. It
I
sounds like
didn't know
Tough
Dairy
is,
Queen
is
had
chilling.
ice
chilling,
collectibles. I knew
absolutely.
it as a place of hot grilled food.
I might get a dilly bar with my hot dog. So,
Four of the most annoying teenagers right now.
And boy howdy, there's 5 because the guy working the front counter at the Dairy Queen is a pimply faced, curly red hair, like tape on the glasses, like just got hired. He's like 16 years old. And he's got a big old Dairy Queen name tag that says just Richard emblazoned right across it. And as you guys walk in, he's like, "Welcome to the Dairy Queen. Can I get you guys set up with a dilly bar or something off our grill and chill menu?" For the sake of the pacing, we'll just skip to the point when you guys have your food. But you just need to know that Richard
I want
is
to roll
here.
to see if the blizzard sticks.
You know what?
I
I'll
want to
roll.
roll to see if I can get the flamethrower.
What?
It
It's a
doesn't
limited
exist yet.
menu.
What's
Oh.
No,
He's right. It doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, no, dude, it's like the 80s. They got like a
Flamethrower
dilly
was
bar,
such a
that's
Bush
it.
era. It was a Bush era menu item.
Oh God.
Did you get
Okay.
it with freedom fries?
I'm gonna say with a 19, Richard does not spill anybody's blizzard.
Yay!
You receive perfect service.
I
from
like
Richard.
this guy. I like this guy.
What's
Hey,
his?
heart.
Richard, if you keep working there, you'll be making the same amount of money in 40 years.
once Richard passes you guys all your food, he's like, "Don't forget to fill out a questionnaire card on the way. My name's Richard, and if you gave me a 5-star for your service, it would really help me out."
I
got
actually
Ricky.
consider it. You rolled a 19. I
Mhm.
consider it 5-star.
Thanks, guys.
5
You,
stars.
you you guys are really nice.
Hey, see you around.
So after leaving the Dairy Queen, I'm I'm sorry. I just saw someone in chat say Long John Silver is a cryptid, and that really got me. Kudos to you, Crody man.
Oh, they have a Yankee Candle here.
Oh.
It's almost Mother's Day.
Keep doing this to me.
I'm just saying, it's almost Mother's Day.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh.
My mother's dead, but it is almost Mother's
But she
Okay.
loved the lawn one.
Oh, she
nothing
would have,
a
bless her
mom
heart.
likes like a long candle.
Oh. So I'm gonna say the Dairy Queen produced enough healing items that you guys are back in ship shape. Everyone knows if you eat a blizzard fast enough, it closes most stomach wounds.
Cool.
So you're back standing outside of the LASIK building. The exterior is still covered in cream corn. There are several unconscious ash gremlins on the inside, which definitely look like they used to be humans, but aren't so human no more, and seem to be summoned by that dog whistle the doctor had. What are the four of you doing? Because there's obviously something more to this place, and the statue still points here and sort of down.
Down.
And you're saying the whistle's still there.
The whistle was around the doctor's neck.
Ah.
Oh man, if only Devin had grabbed it, his lustful embrace.
I am thinking now, isn't my dad inside still?
Yes.
Tuggy. Oh no.
Your father is still in this building.
I forgot about my dad.
Oh, Tuggy.
I should have gotten him a side of fries. That's okay.
He loves to grill and chill.
He loves to grill and chill. He'll get a whole ice cream cake and then just a side of fries. He's more of a chill, but he'll add a grill in there, just a little bit of chill.
Heavy on the chill.
Heavy on the chill. It's a spectrum. I try to use the bump on my sensitive pimple that the doctor gave me when he kissed me with his snake. And I would like to see if I can sense around. I know what color my papa would be, and I want to see if I see it. Ugh.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to do the aura sight thing again?
Dad,
Okay.
where are you?
Okay. Go ahead and give me
Where's
a
your
brains roll.
color, Dad?
I'm gonna say
Papa.
this is real rough. This is gonna be a brains roll. 6 is not gonna cut it. I was about to say 10.
I can't do it. I don't see a periwinkle nowhere.
As much as you strain, you can't get your eyeballs to pop again. Though looking at the statue, which it sort of is acting like a compass, it seems to be centered on the building itself and downward. So there may be an entrance deeper inside the building, or perhaps on the exterior. There is that sort of empty lot off to the side of the building, as well as perhaps an entire unexplored backside of this building.
I'll explore your backside. Hey-o.
I mean, in order to be a healthy, functional person, you really should explore your backside at some point.
Talking about
Your mom's backside.
To be a healthy sexual person, you gotta explore your mom's backside.
I think we're mixing our metaphors just a skosh.
If you're
So
not
we're
playing in
outside-
your mom's backyard, you don't even know if you could play croquet back there.
So I suggest
Yes, please.
We go behind Dr. Lasix and see if there's anything behind there that we haven't seen the back of the building, you said.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't seen the building's ass yet.
Everyone go ahead and give me a brains roll as you are snooping about.
Very smart.
Damn it.
Okay, well,
Money
uncharacteristically,
for brains. How do I keep rolling so low?
so
Oh no, I'm mega
uncharacteristically,
dumb.
so completely in character for Devin, as well as uncharacteristically for Tabitha, and semi-characteristically for Tuggy. You three become really engaged in the deathlock struggle of two raccoons that are fighting over a discarded chicken wing.
After all this.
Like, you got some rough contenders out here. Boyman, on the other hand, you managed to sniff out immediately a locked sort of like storm cellar door on the back of the building that looks like it was definitely put here after this building was built.
And
Ooh.
I'm full of hot dogs.
Yes, you are.
That should add at least 1 to the roll, so that's pretty good.
But yeah, if anything is an entrance downward, it's this door.
I want to see if it's locked.
There is a chain around it with a padlock, but you can pull it open enough that you can like peek down inside with a little like slice of light. And it appears to be a sort of unworked natural stone cavern that burrows down into the earth. You can see little like glitterings of the sedimentary rock in the walls, entirely out of place in this otherwise like paved over mini complex. But it definitely descends into the earth.
I think I have a way of getting in here.
Oh, what would you like to do?
I would like to shrink myself down
Okay.
and go into the lock. And instead of moving yeah, it's locked.
Yeah.
Smart,
Okay.
smart.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
Go into the padlock. And instead of moving all the doohickeys so that we can unlock it, I'm just gonna get to be 12 feet really quick and explode it again.
Blow it up.
Just blow it up.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be a grit roll with
Okay.
your 2d4 bonus.
It is made of iron.
Yeah, you can do this on like a 6. On like a 10, you do this without severely injuring yourself.
Okay. That's fair.
Tough.
So grit me.
Great. Yeah.
Okay, so you clear that threshold. Let's see if the 2d4 gets you to 10. Just under.
Oh fuck!
Do you happen to have a adversity token to try?
I do, but it really hurts.
Okay, so you're spending an adversity token to bump you up to 10?
I do, but it really hurts right now.
Okay, so you guys tear your face away from the raccoon cat fight in the back.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes?
No, I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
oh my god, look at oh my god, look over there. We just
You see Tough Ant-Man down into the lock, and then metal shrapnel flies all over the back alley as Tough is very briefly 12 feet tall and then back to 5'4". And Tough, you are just holding your like head and neck and shoulders because you just slammed into the roof of this metal cuboid. You are mechanically uninjured. Your body hurt though. But yeah, the door's open.
Sweet.
Who heads down in first? Who descends into this unknown space?
Papa, I'm coming. I run.
Okay, Tug Job heads in first. Do you guys follow in any particular order, or just sort of a cloud behind the farm boy?
Hey, slow down.
Hey, I'm full of blizzard.
Hold up, guys. If you sprint after you eat a blizzard, you get a tummy ache. And Devin, you're bringing up the rear?
Yeah, I'm going slowly because I'm scared of ladders.
I'll let you know there are no ladders here. It's like a gentle slope downward, but
You
there
ever been in a
might be.
cellar?
Yeah,
But you just thought of ladders. and it
there
really
might be a
spooked you.
ladder around any corner though.
Darn.
So-
Yeah, they're anywhere. This is a ladder environment.
If you'll indulge me with some flowery language here for a moment, the four of you begin to descend this subterranean cavern. The walls are sort of a gray, slate-like rock, but it appears to be almost more sedimentary in nature as you see these little glimmers and shimmers of like bluish, reflective light, even in this super dark environment where pretty much the only light seems to be from the open doorway behind you, reflecting down into the deep. You feel yourself descending a corkscrew path, 1 to 2 rotations. This place isn't untraveled. The floor is worn by the passage of many, many feet over a long period of time. And as you descend further, you begin to hear voices chanting. Many
Wait, like the other
different
kids? Sorry, go ahead.
many different voices, all raised in unison. There's no discernible, understandable language to it. It's unlike anything that the four of you would have encountered, and there's this ringing in each of your heads as you enter what is definitely a psionically active space.
Is this what 5G will be?
Absolutely. You can feel the Verizon brand brain tumors starting immediately. The further you go, more light begins to this time reflect up the hallway. And you come to a point where there's a break in the wall that spreads slowly until you get sort of a aerial view of a large dome-shaped cavern. Here in the earth, you see where a stalagmite and a stalactite meet with just a little gap in the center. There is a whirling orb.
I was gonna say that.
In
There's
the
a
kiss of the stalactite and the stalagmite.
They
A
don't
rock kiss.
They don't quite touch. These lovers are separated by about 2 feet of air. And there's
Zach
a
Braff movie.
2 feet of air. Love it. There is a whirling vortex, much like the eyes of Dr. Lasik. And in the very center, the idol sort of snaps and points towards it. And you can see just this teeny tiny little piece of stone just bobbing in the center of this glowing space. And all around it, in long, sort of sleeveless medical gowns, you can see at least 30 or 50 adults, some of whom you recognize, Tabitha, as people who have been like to your parents' dinner parties, like prominent figures around town, including, oh God, what was his name?
Mrs. Corbdind?
Yeah,
the
something like
sheriffs,
that.
Rembrandt, Grant Pint, Bob and Darnell.
Sherry Schnurden?
I found the one I was looking for. Chormy Hornbin, the owner of the local car wash, is here.
No.
Charmy
The most powerful man in
No.
town.
of
Exactly.
the East Coast Hornbrins.
And leading all these adults in this chant, you can see like a lot of them have those same like white bandages like your dad had, Tuggy.
Oh, no.
But some of them have clawed them off and have that pouring miasma down their face. Their eyes have been changed by this occult LASIK surgery. Standing on a pulpit before these people, you see Dr. Lasik leading them in this this otherworldly chant, sort of doing a little like bob and jive. He's really feeling himself, you know? It's really vibing.
Party rockers
Imagine
in
like
the
a show
house
choir
tonight.
director.
Oh,
Everybody
absolutely.
just have a good
Good
time.
time.
Party
The-
rockers in the house
Tonight.
tonight.
The eldritch unknowable chant is just LMFAO. Oh dear. And more people are filing downward. You can see being carried on a stretcher. Tuggy, your dad, is being led downward into the deep, seemingly to be put on like a medical bed before the pulpit where the doctor is standing for some unknown reason. As the four of you are transfixed by this scene, suddenly, Devin, at the back of the party, you feel a hand clasp onto your shoulder.
Ew.
Ew.
You hear a voice in your ear, an adult's voice. What are you kids doing here? You gotta get out of here. This place is crazy. For those of you that turn around, you see sort of a middle-aged gentleman, light brown skin, sort of a black mustache. His hair is messed up. He's in one of these medical gowns, but he doesn't appear to be under the same spell that these other people are.
Oh, friend.
How did you get down here? I haven't been able to get out. I'm pretending to be with these psychopaths. Why are you here?
Our friend made the lock explode by getting tall.
And it gave me a big owie, but I'm better now.
Yeah.
Our friend's dad is down here. We followed him in, see?
Wait a... Hold on. He points at you, Tuggy. You're Mr. Rubcorn's boy.
Tuggy.
You four must go to the same school as my son. And he introduces himself. This is Julius Dominguez, who is the father of Zachariah, otherwise known as Zach Dominguez, which Brother Reid may remember, as you occupied his head during our test game.
Oh,
He
he's
is
annoying.
He is one of the four missing
hard to
children.
hang out with.
Yeah, the young Zach Dominguez is one of the four missing children that disappeared at the quarry at the start of this week.
Shoot. Oh my God, I forgot that was just this week.
Yeah, a lot has happened to your little town
It's
in a
been
very
a
short
long
amount of
week.
time.
Sorry, mister. We
I killed
forgot
some
about
nurses.
your missing child.
Yeah. He looks at the four of you. Yeah. All right. I'll help the four of you get your dad back, pointing to Tuggy. If the four of you will help me bust out of this crazy place. I can't take it in here.
Deal.
All right, good.
All right, our end's done. Just run back that way. It's a gentle slope, not a ladder in sight.
Devin screams.
Did you say ladder?
Do you actually scream?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Give me a flight roll to see how loud that scream was.
It's gonna be like 70.
Yeah, a billion.
You want to go high?
Oh,
that's
hey,
not high.
Just like
No.
like my dumb little brain.
So you give off a little yelp, and
Kevin.
a slick like 3/16 of the choir currently gathered all snap their heads around in unison to look at the four of you up in this raised area. It seems like the rest of the choir has not noticed, but this troop sort of starts to break off and
The
are heading...
tenors.
Good thing they're still about 10 or 15 meters away.
Tenor? I thought you brought her.
Tenor, I hardly knew her.
None of you are getting adversity tokens for these puns. These are terrible, and you should feel bad. But they start to break away and head towards the upper slope that leads into this raised area where you are currently. And I think that may bring us to the end of our episode, leaving us on yet another cliffhanger.
With the tenors.
I hate to do it to you, but you're going to have to see what happens when the tenors march on you next time on The Story Must Be Rolled.
Yay.
Yay.
That was wonderful.
That was a lot of fun. God, you guys slay me every time.
I'm sorry to get technical, but I think it would have been really rewarding if we had gone into the Yankee Candle.
Hey, you know what? Post quest line, the Yankee Candle is all yours, hon.
That's true. That's true. That could be our where we rehash everything. Go out and chat it over.
Really start developing some strategies. Okay. I think now is a good time for us to sort of rattle off the very generous bit donations as well as the subs for during the stream. Does anyone want to grab a particular one, or?
Oh, I see now. I would like to thank some subs. Ghastly Grapher, Chatelaine. Oh, thank you for subscribing. That's a sweetheart move. And I say to you, the story must be told.
The story must be told.
The story must be told. Sister Callista, how about you read off the next one?
I would love to. Prowler Pangolo?
Prowler Pangolo.
What?
Pangolo.
Pangolo. Sorry, y'all. I'm great at this.
I want to thank some people. The story must be told to them. The story must be told. I want to thank some bits. We got Billy Not Really.
Oh.
For the hot 1,000 bits. Wow, Billy.
Hot thousands.
BTR hopping in on a 10 spot.
You want to grab the next one, Devin?
Yeah. Crody Man, 500. Thank you.
Crody Man.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, thank you guys.
Be told.
The story must be told to you.
And I'm taking. Go ahead.
If it's okay if I take. Oh no, you got it.
You got
it. Take it.
I already thanked Ghastly Grapher once.
Well, you know what? Let me thank Ghastly Grapher, otherwise known as Chatelaine, again for 300 bits.
Thank you.
Gosh, that's a lot of pretend money. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Does Devin still have all his teeth?
He does.
Unfortunately, we didn't quite hit that 4,000 bit goal, but I say we carry it over for next show. Devin knows dentures are not safe.
100%. The anchor tooth. The anchor tooth is waiting for you.
Wonderful. So we're going to start off next stream with 1,800 in the pot on the way to dental destruction for our local Devin.
Can Anchor Tooth be another Zach Braff movie?
Sometimes you realize that your family's hanging on by a thread like K9 in a 4-year-old's mouth.
To pretend
if
the
you
shed
got
has
to, you
flown.
gotta yank.
All right. Are there any announcements that the clergy would like to bestow upon the people before we wrap it up this evening?
We love you. We think you are special, that your parents, either you make them proud or fuck them. Who cares? Who cares what they did? They didn't raise you. You watched TV, you watched movies, and you read books. I think that's your own you. You're your own person, and I love you. You're a species unto yourself. Everyone, drive safe. Tip your wait staff. We can thank Executive Premier Group for the limo transportation for the out-of-towners.
Forgot.
Oh man.
They stay at Edgewater Suites. That is our preferred housing, and
I personally just want to say
CDs in the back. They got my face on them. I also have coasters. I also have download codes. You can just go on. They're $5. They're really cheap. You can just download the album that way. What else? T-shirts.
If I could butt in for just a skosh, Brother Reid, I would just love to say thank you to everyone in the audience for coming out and playing with us. We'll get Devin's teeth next time, and I really appreciate you guys for getting invested in our fun little show here.
The story must be told.
The story must be
rolled.
And rolled. Told and rolled.